Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue with our guest of honor addresses, it is now my privilege to welcome a leader who has been a driving force for entrepreneurship and economic growth in Africa. Mr. James Mureu serves as the board chairman of the Micro and Small Enterprises Authority of the Republic of Kenya, an institution that plays a pivotal role in the empowering entrepreneurs, strengthening small businesses, and shaping policies that create sustainable economic opportunities. With his visionary leadership and steadfast commitment to enterprise development, Mr. Mureu has been instrumental in unlocking the potential of small and medium enterprises, the true backbone of economic growth. His work continues to empower communities, inspire entrepreneurs, and build bridges between Kenya and the global business ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to our esteemed guest of honor, Mr. James Mureu.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies. If you were standing where I'm standing, you look very nice. You look stunning. Honestly, this is a very nice mix of people. Beautiful dress up. And I'm delighted to be here. GD Singh, Nita Singh. These are my family from another mother. And really, I feel very much at home around them. And in Dubai particularly, because it is the melting point of very good ideas, isn't it? So allow me to stand on the established protocols and really warmly appreciate GD Singh and team for organizing this very important meeting or gathering where we are discussing something that is very important, future billionaires. So I'm assuming I'm talking to millionaires. Is that a correct assumption? All of you are millionaires and looking forward to being future billionaires. But as we do so, allow me to just alarm you or bring you to some realization. Can you imagine for a moment, close your eyes for a moment and imagine there was only one plate of food in this house. One plate. From now until the time we leave, one plate of food for all of us, one. Would anybody be listening to what I'm saying? Or would you be looking at the plate, just waiting who is going to go first and how much of that plate will you get? As I sat and thought about what I should speak this morning, I thought of the great opportunity that lies in the food security space. I know currently most of the billionaires are being made by digital gadgets, the Bill Gates of this world, the T-Mobiles, the Googles of this world, God knows who else. But the truth is, the question I've just asked, if you think about the food security, and if there's going to be a third world war, ladies and gentlemen, it will come from lack of sufficient food. That's a reality that you cannot run away from. It doesn't matter which country you come from. The other truth is that continuously, we are using arable land to build concrete jungle. So we have turned our land where we should be planting food into accommodation. And I don't know how comfortable you'd be in a room when you're hungry. I don't think it'll be a very comfortable feeling, will it? And so I'm painting this gloomy picture where there's not enough food for us, and yet we are busy destroying even what is arable or where we can plant more food and replacing it with concrete. So therein lies a big danger, where we risk a country or a world without sufficient food. Third World War can be sparked by just that. If we had one plate here today, I'm sure we'd all be fighting. If we had one bottle of water here, I'm sure we'd be all fighting for it. And so as I look at this gloomy picture, and the reality of COVID has not left our heads. we saw what just a little shortage of food cost. The reality was that food could not be transported around the world. There were blockades. There was not enough. Dubai had 5 years food reserve. They depleted that to 2. They are now building it back, we're aware. Africa had excess food. We couldn't send it here. Yeah? So we must now see that problem. And I want to alert you to the fact that the future billionaires will not come from the tech business, this business, no. They will come from people who go back to value addition. Agribusiness is going to create the next future billionaires. How many of you believe that? That's the truth. And if you do that, then of course you know that good ideas such as that will be followed by resources. You will make money in the process. But I can tell you, you ignore that at the risk of perishing as a whole, as a whole world. Now, where I sit, the micro and small enterprises in Kenya, I have 16 million small enterprises. They employ 90% of our workforce in the country. And that's not a small figure. And every day I have to grapple with what do I do for this, what do I do, how do I connect them to market, how do I help them with the affordable credit, how do I help them even to protect them from themselves, because the SMEs are very vulnerable. They have a lot of problems because they have the only thing they possess is a skill to make furniture, to make gadgets like this, but they don't know how to go beyond there. And so as we go through this, obviously there are many compromises that are made. They lack adequate education, but they are very skilled, very skilled. They are very resilient. They are very honorable. They're very honorable, but banks don't even trust them. They themselves sometimes don't even trust themselves. And so as we go through this, I grapple with that. That's what I live every day. And I'm happy to do that because I think I've seen people rise from the ashes. You know, they used to say Africa is a dark continent. Now the next thing they're saying is Africa is rising. And I'm rising with these SMEs. I'm seeing them growing. I'm seeing them moving from micro to small to medium and eventually going out and joining the rest of the business world. And that's where there is also another big opportunity. So those of us who are sitting in this room and you have patient capital, those of us who have ability to support the SMEs, they are honorable people. And I did a comparative, Dr. G.D. Singh. I found out that whereas the banks that lend to commercial, so to say, right people, only get back 64% of what they lend out. The SMEs pay back 82%. 82%. And even the 18% who are left, it's not because they don't want to pay or they won't pay. It's because the business has been hit by a tide of some sort, COVID has struck or something has disrupted their business. And so they're not able to keep up their payments, but they're honorable people. So if you're sitting here with patient capital, if you're sitting here with some opportunity that can help, whether it is technical exchange, like what I was discussing with a brother from Nigeria, where we can train them and teach them basic understanding and also accredit their skills. If you have a facility that can accredit these skills so that they are able then to present a certificate, because a good carpenter who is not certified can only be done so through a trade certificate or a certification of some sort. And so, as I conclude, I want to just say, we have many opportunities. And if you're seriously looking at becoming the next billionaire, please consider the many SMEs that are growing, that need help, and that help you have. That link that you can link to markets, that you can link to opportunities, that you can link to technology, that you can link to whichever product you're dealing with. I was just talking to a young man, I don't know where he is, Allianz, he's somewhere. He just came to me and said he's supporting tech development. And I said, I have 16 million, come, let's talk. We can talk and live here with great opportunities. And so, GD, as we go through this day, I am sure we will be engaging with a lot of people. But all I want to leave you with here is that Africa is ready for business, sustainable business. For a long time, we have depended on aid. Aid is not sustainable. Trade is. And so, without mincing my words, I think we want to look at more of trading opportunities. I want to clap with your hand. You know, if you try to clap with one hand, you can't. Can you clap with one hand? But you can clap with two hands. Or with your neighbor's hand. You can clap. That is what we want. We want to clap with you. You clap with us. And together we make money. And together we build. So, as I conclude, I want to say there are opportunities. Those problems that I've highlighted are problems. Yes, indeed, they are problems. But therein also lies a big opportunity. And those lazy people who say that there's something called luck, there's nothing like luck in the world. It is smart people who see an opportunity and preparedness. And that's what ordinary minds call luck. I call that being ready for an opportunity. I thank you, GD, for this opportunity. And I really want to appreciate, and I want to wish Nitu another happy birthday. She's been a good friend. And today I think she's the most elegantly dressed lady. I've voted her, and I don't need any other votes. I voted you. Most elegantly dressed. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. James Mureu, for your inspiring words and for your tireless efforts in empowering entrepreneurs and advancing economic development in Africa and beyond. Your leadership truly reflects the spirits of progress and opportunity that this summit stands for. To honor our esteemed guest of honor, may I kindly invite Dr. G.D. Singh and Dr. Nitu Singh to join us on stage and present a token of appreciation for Mr. Mureu. Ladies and gentlemen, let us applaud the remarkable contributions of Mr. James Mureu. Thank you, Dr. Singh and Dr. Nitu Singh. And once again, our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. James Mureu for honoring us with his presence and valuable insights.